Today was one of my favorite days, show jumping day. There was a mare across from the stall, but she was really nice. Helen was very nice and went ahead and just basically made sure that she got me ready. Not before, early in the show, she already did the course. I was so excited, and I felt like just jumping up and down, but I didn't want to do that again because I already kind of did that last time. She got on my shiny bridle, and I could tell that she probably polished it about 100 times from what it looked like. Then my usual boots. I was so excited. I really felt like bucking, but I knew that I was going to be able to do it. Across, there was also somebody getting their horse tacked up. I was just so excited, and the judges set up a surprise Valentine's Day course, which they only let us look over today. Although it was going to be difficult to do since I wasn't there, I was still so excited. Helen had already walked the course, and it did tell me she ran into the same horse, so she was happy. She got down and put on my head ribbon. I was a little hard to focus, but because I kept on munching on the hay to keep my excitement. But she still did it. Then she put on her beautiful, I liked all her stuff, but I especially like some of her helmets and stuff. It was just a beautiful show helmet, and it covered her hair just perfectly. Next, she put on her beautiful black show jumping gloves. Her entire outfit looked matching. Then she got up on me just before it was our round. I was so excited that I slow galloped there. And then we were getting ready to go. Next up in the arena, Helen with her horse, Star Princess. I took one glance at the course and knew it was going to be difficult, but what can you do? I mean, it's one of the most Grand Prix show in Jorvik, so I had to do it. I made it over the first and second jump smoothly. Had a little bit of trouble with that conversion going at a little bit of a slower pace, but I had no pulls down yet. It was time for me to focus on this big jump, and I cleared it perfectly. Helen gave me a small pat, but kept her mind focused on the jumps. I continue around at this next slightly difficult jump line. It was so fun. But here was one of the hard parts. A water jump right before it, and I didn't splash it. I was so happy. I navigated my way through a few horses, but this jump was a little hard. I knocked down a pole, but Helen still patted me. Plus, I think she had watched the other girl, and she did way better. Way worse. And that was a great round for Helena Opal Road and her horse Star Princess, with only one fault and a time of 20 seconds. That shoots her right up to the second. So, yeah, we weren't going to get any of our scores back. But next up, we had to do the Paddock Island show jumping, and we only had 5 minutes till it was our turn. So I was fast galloped. She jumped me through the paddock. A lot of horses were there, and the mare that I always hanged out with was there. She's a bit of a show mare, and she likes to just walk around or trot around. It's weird, but we're kind of friends. Anyways, all I could think about was the show right now. Helen got me forward, and we were heading for the jump, for the show. She took me down a small bit of a shortcut, but I didn't mind because I had my leg wraps and everything on. It was on a beautiful place called Paddock Island. Let me tell you about it. It's a land of shires, and Clydesdales and little ponies. And there's this white one who's actually, we've become to know him, and Helen always brings me over to say hi. Hi, how's it going? So great, I'm here for the show, but I've got to go. I'm sorry. Good luck, thanks. She's really nice. The Clydesdales are beautiful here. There's even some Connemara's here, just like me. We passed the horses again, and we only had 2 minutes. Oh my god, I could hear the announcement crackle. That was a great round, so I knew that that last person was done. So I started to gallop, fast pace. I was full speed, coming around the corner. We passed all the horses for sale, and we got to where the competition started. Next up in the arena, Helen with her horse, Star Princess. To be honest, we didn't have a lot of hard competitions, but Helen took me at a fast gallop and then slowed me down to the slow gallop because she wanted my look to look best, not my time to be fastest, because she knew I wasn't getting any pulls down on this because we had practiced it about 3,000 times. She slowed me down to the canter for this one, but I made it over. I sped up again. We're heading for the road. No pulls down yet. We jumped, and she noticed the time. Oh no, already 30 seconds? She jumped me over the last few jumps fast. I was a little bit worried, but we had to retake the class because the judge forgot to check us over. So we went over to their check guy, and he checked all of our stuff. He knew that our helmet was good, our bit was good, our stirrups were not loose, our girth was good, and our leg wraps were tied up perfectly. Now is really time to do this. I know, it kind of felt unreal the first time. And a reround for Helen with her horse, Star Princess. Helen circled me once, slowed me down to a canter, slowed me down to a trot, and then headed for the jump at a slow gallop. It felt better to not go at such a fast pace at first because I just kind of felt too fast. I didn't know what to do. We were going 10 seconds plus, at least in judge times. But I did a jump and I thought that I had rubbed it. So I tried again. I made it this time over both of them. Trying again, and we made it over the first line. Now it was time for Helen to push me to hustle. I felt nervous, but she hustled me, and I cleared the first one, the second one, and the third one. We made it through the jump course. Helen was so excited. She threw her arms up. Woo! That was an amazing round for Star Princess with Helen Opal Road. She got off with me and petted me. I was so happy that she was proud of me, even though I almost got a lot of pulls down. That's not like my other owners. Next, she ran me over a minor course. She ran me over another course, just a cross-country one, just to get my blood really flowing. So that I wouldn't, because those two jumping courses, they were so simple, and the next one was only in 30 minutes. It was the Jorvik Stables Elite competition. A lot of riders were giving up seeing the jumps, but I knew the course by heart, so I took it. I only had a few minutes to complete this course before we had to go, though. I heard the speakers crackle way back at the farm. That was a great round, I could only hear. It was so faint. So, I hurried over the jumps, going at fast gallop since we were manage in the end. I kind of tripped over a pole, but I still made it. It was great. I loved the wind in my hair. And then I came around a corner. I had a bit of difficulty, but Helen just reassured me that was a very hard spot. Even the pony ahead of us, who looked quite elite in cross country, which is not actually my strongest sport. I like it better than dressage, but it's not my strongest sport. Show jumping definitely is, but even the pony, who looked like elite, had a bit of trouble. Uncle Bob even gave me a bit of money and horse XP because he was doing this thing where if I ran the course a certain amount of times, some people would find out about his course, and more people would come and pay him. We were galloping fast gallop, knowing that there was only so much time before the show started. Were we gonna make it? I didn't even know. I heard the speakers crackle. That was a great round. Next up in the arena, and then the speaker cut out. Next up in the arena, the speaker came back. We have Helen Opal Road with her horse, Star Princess. Helen Opal Road with her horse, Star Princess. It's okay, I'm here, Helen shouted. She circled me, and then it got the rider to put her in place. She knew the course by heart, and so did I. I was ready to jump it. There was a slight edge here, but I just did it as if it was a trot pole in a slow gallop. I was not so sure about it because it is the elite track. Then I remembered to slow down. I remembered that I needed to look pretty in my moves if I really wanted the best score. Luckily, we had only done like 20 seconds of the show at a slow gallop, at a fast gallop. And plus, we were so good on time. I was so happy at the next jump because it was a line, and I loved this line. It was perfect, jump after another, getting bigger and bigger. And then there was this hard jump. It always caught me by surprise, but I made it. A shorter jump, and I was over. Then Helen sped me up because she knew that it was only counting on speed right now. Full gallop, she was speeding me along. Run, she kept on yelling. Go, girl, good girl. I popped over a jump and then almost missed a checkpoint. Another jump came, and I knew that there was only so many jumps. I had no fault, and I was probably at the top of the scoreboard. But I could not let this get to me. I was going to go faster. And I made it through the checkpoint, jumping gracefully through. Again, Helen threw her arms up in the air. The next day was going to be show jumping day, and I was not the best at it, but I was still so excited. All the horses around just made the season cheery. The stables was not as lonely as it was when I first came in here. So Helen just basically got off, took off my tack, and then I knew that she was going to let me out. She took off my saddle pad, and then my saddle. My saddle, then my saddle pad. Then she took off my bridle, but she left on my boots because I was going to go out in the pasture, and she likes to keep it a bit safer. Then she bareback rode me to the arena.